So when it comes to the music library and what genres that we favor or don't favor, the reality is I'm a big fan of taking requests on the night of the event. The audience is usually very good at sharing with me what they want to hear, and based on what is working, aka what attracts more people to the dance floor, that's the way that I'm going to skew the music for the night. With that being said, I do think a good rule of thumb is thirds. I think a third of it comes from you guys as a couple. I think a third of it comes from 20 years of experience of me doing this every weekend since high school. And I think a third of it comes from the audience specifically saying, hey, can we hear Love Shack or can we hear AC/DC or whatever that song of the day is, okay? So think of it in thirds, third of it from you guys, third of it from me, and a third of it from your audience. When couples have written out extensive playlists, one, I really, really like it, but as a general rule of thumb, I think it's a little bit of a detriment to the party because that set of music comes out of the third that usually comes from either me and my experience or from the audience. And as a rule of thumb, I like to favor the audience on the night of the event because if everyone's dancing to 80s music, well, let's go down that route because those soccer moms that grew up in the 80s are really out on the dance floor and they're liking it, right? That's working on that night. And then the next wedding, all of a sudden it's 70s music or it's the newest pop stuff. So letting the audience tell us tends to be a key thing to making these events work really, really well. Rule of thumb, third from you guys, third from me, and a third from the audience. If I was to favor one of the three of them, I tend to favor the audience.